Hello everybody, welcome back once again to the Mega Man Legacy Collection. This is your host, the MJ406. And like I promised last time, I just wanted to go over some extra stuff in this collection that, well, you have all the core games in here that you got to enjoy, but, well, there's some nice extra things to go over. For example, you have the music player menu. If you want to listen to any of the songs of the game, well, you go here, listen to their initial loop. So yeah. You got the entirety of the soundtracks. So, well, if you got music of the games you wanted to listen to, you can go in here and find it. Yeah. Oh, some of them, well, whatever. But yep, you got your whole soundtrack here. Want to listen to Mega Man music? There you go. Listen to your favorite tracks, which is nice. But I want to go into all the other stuff. Well, I discuss my opinions on each Mega Man game in depth. Because, well, I feel like that's the way to go. We have the museum here where you can actually look at, like, some of the, you actually look at each of the things, including, like, zooming in and all that. Yeah, look at this. You can get stuff on, like, all the initial Japanese release stuff, as well as you... Don't ask why the US always has these weird ass... Oh, God. I don't know why we had to go with those kind of designs for that. Huh. I never looked at the European one. That's actually a little better, in my opinion. And, well, you got artwork for all these other guys. And, well, I just basically go through all these, which, yeah, I'll just go through all of them. And, well, I do. Mega Man 1. Well, this is the very first, so, you know, it's kind of hard for me to really give it a lot of crap. But at the same time, as somebody who binged through the Mega Man series, this is kind of one I have somewhat trouble going back to. Because, well, the fact there are no E-tanks in a game that has some awful level design choices, like places you literally cannot reach, as far as I know. Like, that's insane. To me, that just makes no goddamn sense. It's weird you have, like, a rough design originally, and then you have, like, a remade design. Maybe it's a redesign they made from, like, recent Mega Man ideas instead of sticking with the initial ones. They were all chunky and all that. I understand why they redid some of these designs, because some of them just look really, really awkward and thick. But see, they like modernize it to look better and make it more official. I don't know if that's something they did after the fact, or it's something Legacy Collection might have done, trying to emulate the new art style to fit it. I don't know. Either way, Mega Man 1, yes, there is stuff to love about it. It's pretty challenging, and has a lot of the mainstays from the start, like Yellow Devil, Wily Machines, Robot Rematches, although one of the worst formats there are, because you basically go through them in a row without any recovery items, which is a dick move. Oh, look at this. They give you like color details on them. That's pretty cool, actually. If you want to know how they created this artwork, there you go. But yeah. With only 6 Robot Masters, it's definitely one of the smallest when it comes to, you know, level content. But still. Oh, and here's their concept art. I guess a lot of really early drawings and stuff. The Bomb Man. But... oh, wow, I went down too far. My bad. Oh, yeah. You can press left and right to go to categories very easily. But yeah. While this game's a little rough to handle, it's definitely worth experiencing the very first game just to see how it all started. Just, you know. Wow, you know? Light looks more like the asshole than Wily does in those pictures. Just saying. Well, yeah, like I said, it's a little hard to handle compared to others, but it's worth going through at least. Just, you know, prepare for some difficult platforming. The disappearing blocks are at their worst. There are some weird, repetitive level designs, as well as dickish enemy placements. And, well, this is one that requires patience. If you go after this for your first one, you're probably not going to have a good time. So, if you haven't played a Mega Man game before, or you know somebody who's trying to play Mega Man for the first time, don't let them do this one first, because it is brutal. Oh, by the way, there's also the database. You have all this information. Mega Man, Rock was originally a robot created for household chores, but he was modified for combat and became Mega Man when it came time to put a stop to Dr. Wily's ambitions. I'm not going to read all these, but, well, I'll let you read it. And notice that at the bottom, you see its amount of HP, as well as the Mega Man there with a symbol of a weapon. That indicates its weakness. And well, some of these enemy descriptions actually give you tips on how to fight some of these. So, you know, if you're really having trouble with the game, look in this and you can figure out how to get rid of some of these guys really easily. I can actually let you know how to take them down real quick. Like, apparently Big Eye's weakness is Gutsman's weapon. If only you had rocks to throw at him. Or you can freeze with your ice weapon, apparently. That's right, that weapon can freeze. So yeah, use these for advice if you're having trouble. They can help give you some details of some of the enemies in the game. It's actually a really good idea. I really love they have this in there. And yep, I'm officially calling these guys Metals. I have to now. And there you go, Yellow Devil. Oh god. They even give you tips on some of the bosses. A fake Mega Man created by the copy system. Boasts twice the firepower of the real Mega Man. It attacks with jump shots. That does. Apparently Fireman's its weakness. See, they do have the weaknesses for these, but sometimes I have to wonder if... And then it says Thunderbeam or Hyper Bomb, and it says Gutsman's weapon's the best for it. And then you have the Wily Machine, of course. And they give you the weaknesses for each of the Robot Masters, in case you're a little lost in the order. They don't put them on here in any particular order, and like I said, if you pay attention to the actual descriptions, they may give you some tips on beating them if you're really having trouble figuring out their pattern. A great place to go if you're a fan and, well, want to admire the design. It's also a good choice to go to for other people playing the game for the first time, so you can get some tips on how to beat them. Yeah, Luckman's powerful, god. So yeah, it's a great place to go to look back at the Mega Man games and also get some tips on how to handle it. Mega Man 2. Yeah, I'll just go to the museum and then I'll go through the database afterwards. Mega Man 2, the classic game that everybody knows of the Mega Man series. And yep, America continued its weird art design choices, although it looks a little better than the other one. Wow, we had stickers for it. And, ooh, wow, that one looks pretty cool, actually. Yo, Europe's got some good box art of this shit. I like that. That's awesome. Oh, okay, that looks a little different. Ah, France. That's even weirder than ours, oddly enough. Anyway, Mega Man 2 is the game that everybody knows and that a lot of people love. Because, well, it refined a lot of the stuff from the first game and made it, you know, much more bearable. The ability to get some masterful level design for some people, as well as 8 Robot Masters to go after, some memorable items, as well as, well, E-Tanks and the like. There's a lot of things that make this game very memorable. It looks pretty pleasing for a lot of things. And, well, it's pretty difficult. It's one of the first games that people think of when they think of Mega Man. That being said, however, you gotta look back at it in retrospect, comparing it to the rest of the Mega Man games. I mean, I feel like nostalgia blinds a lot of people with this one. Although, that being said, I still think this is one of the better of the Mega Man games. It's just, you gotta realize people probably like it for the challenge that some of it brings, for the fact that you don't have a lot of ammo for a lot of weapons, like frickin' Crash Bomb! Oh god, I hate that Crash Bomb! Despite that, this Mega Man game still manages to stand the test of time for a lot of people. It's one of the most memorable for mostly its enemy designs, its fun level design choices for the most part, and well, it was just a lot better than the original game. It's probably the people heard of Mega Man before, but this is the one that people are wowed with. Which I do still understand. Oh, look at that, they have unused enemies in here too. Neat. Including unused bosses. Barga Man, Boomerang Man, Bubble Man, Drill Man. Hey, you came in a later game. Elephant Borg. Green Man, Hornet Man. You came later, I think. Iron Man, you look like a Kong. Kong Man. Oh, God! Light Man. A different Metal Man. Plasma Man. Oh, God. Power Man. You just have a chainsaw. Pump Man. You came later. Shout Man. Wow. Oh, yeah. Wow. Sounder Man? Oh, Thunder Man. Okay. And then a Waterman, Windman, early design, Wormman. That's neat. They actually had unused enemy designs. They kept those in there too. But yep, this game has a lot of things to remember it by. That being said, as somebody who's played through the Mega Man games quite a few times, this is one I also don't like to go back to too frequently because once you get to the fortress, this game becomes a bit of an asshole. There are bosses that can only be taken down with one weapon. And while some of the level designs are a pain in the ass, when you die to a boss, you gotta go through half the level again instead of starting right in front of the boss. Made a big friggin' chore to go through. God, I know it's supposed to be difficult, but you don't have to be a real asshole about it. And basically, the biggest problem I have is with that fricking Gabule boss, or the thing that's on the wall the whole time. The thing you have to kill with only the crash bombs. That's what I hate the most. If it weren't for that, I would definitely think higher this game. But that one boss design alone pisses me off. Because it really just... It feels so stupid. It just feels stupid. The Boo-Beam Trap, that was it. If even one remains to destroy, the stage won't be cleared. Figure out the order in which to destroy them is key. Yeah, clearly. God, I wish they would... If they remaster this game, I would hope they would redo that. Because, oh my god. Ugh. That's the one thing that extremely frustrates me out of this game. And that single-handedly brings my opinion of this game down. It's the most unbalanced boss fight in the entire Mega Man series. It's like, yeah, well, you can work around it and all that, but hey, if you use Crash Bomb ammo before, hey, guess what? You won't have enough to kill the freaking enemies! Oh. I hate that. Other than that, it's a classic. Oh, if you can't tell, I really hate the Boo-Beam Trap a lot. And Mega Man 3. Well, if it wasn't obvious enough. Wow, they got the whole manual in here. My god. The whole Japanese manual. Cool. I think that's where they got a lot of their images from. Going all over a lot of the enemies and the robot masters. Oh my god. History of Rockman! Oh, they even go over Proto Man in here. They give away the plot point. Oh, Jesus. And the previous two games. Neat. But yeah, Mega Man 3. Well, I really like Mega Man 3 if it wasn't obvious. Because, well, I feel like it balances things a lot more. And the crazy thing is, this game got rushed to development. It took them, they had to make this one in like a year. Where Mega Man 2 they made in their free time, so you can tell they put a lot of heart into it. This one they rushed, and yet somehow they still took a lot of their ideas from 2 and still managed to make it fun, including reusing bosses from Mega Man 2 and Doc Robots. I feel like some people hate that because it feels like an unnecessary addition, but I for one feel like it's a nice challenge. And well, yeah, this game has a lot going for it in my opinion. Level designs, I don't feel, are as dickish as they were in Mega Man 2, so for some people it may be less memorable. Still, they improved the weapon aspects, in my mind, and there's just more fun to be had in general. It took a lot of throwbacks from the previous two games. Maybe those were some of the things they did to come up with ideas quickly on the fly. But to me, they actually worked out in their favor. Because, well, it gave good throwbacks to the first two games, and still had enough on its own to really stand out. Had some nice weapons, and as far as the Mega Man series got to this point, it had the most useful weapons and some of the best robot master designs, if you ask me. Mega Man 2s were good. Well, Mega Man 3s I really like. I mean, come on. You got a freaking ninja. You got a man made of iron. Okay, well, some of them aren't great. You got a top. Okay, maybe Mega Man 2's robot designs are better. Regardless, though, and it also introduced Proto Man. This game had a lot going for it. And it introduced Rush. Like, it's really hard for me to really say much that could put Mega Man 2 above this one. Oh, crap. I went too far down. And it introduced a slide. It introduced a bunch of more staples to the games. So they came with a lot of new ideas in that short amount of time. And that effort alone is impressive. And I gotta say, after playing through all the Mega Man games again, At least the NES era. Then again, I don't think any of the others match up to this one, in my opinion. Well, there you go. This is still my favorite Mega Man game. Because, well, why'd you wear a different mask, you asshole? And also, that's what you look like under there, huh? We rarely ever see that part of you. Still, this guy... You had a walking pistol. Oh, God. Ooh, Rush Bird? Neat. Oh, God. That sounds weird. Still, this Mega Man game has a lot going for it. And, well, if you're somebody who liked playing Mega Man's 1 and 2, you should definitely enjoy Mega Man 3. I feel like it's more tame. And with the fact that you can now get even more energy tanks at 4, and they don't go to waste when you lose all your lives for some reason, well, things are fine. They had Plasma Man come back, Vacuum Man, Smoke Man, and Dash Man. Was a Buzzsaw Man. See, it goes to show they have a lot of other designs they tried to go with for the contest as well. Oh yeah, I gotta remember. Some of these boss sketches might have been some that they liked from the boss design contest that were submitted but weren't used. These are probably some of them that, well, they liked but just never got to use. Oh, promo work. Oh my God, why are they all stuck in one picture? Man, I was like, oh man, there's so many people here. But yeah, Mega Man 3, I really don't have enough to say about you. Maybe some of the stages feel a little samey, but still, in regards to overall fun in the Mega Man series, I feel like this hits a very strong balance. It's pretty challenging, especially once you get to the latter parts of the stage, but forgiving enough to really, give you a chance. The fact that you get a lot of E-tanks, opportunities for lives, the rush things to help you survive some dangerous territory, although some of it's required. Well, a lot of things are pretty memorable at this one, too. Just, top spin and spark shock can leave a little to be desired in the weapons department. Everything else, over the most part, is pretty good. Heavy Knuckles a hard hitter. Magnet Missile homes in on things. Gemini Laser can be annoying, too, but it bounces and can usually hit its target. Shadow Blade is like Metal Blade, but better. What are the other weapons? Alright, Doc Robot. They can recreate the experience of fighting any boss. That's all they say about it. You have Snake Man, which can go along the ground and maybe some walls, I think. And, well, the introduction of Proto Man, of course. See, look, they say his weakness is hard knuckle, but I tried that. It didn't do anything. I don't think someone they really cared about looking into. But, yeah. Needle Cannon is basically just another improved shot. And, well, yeah. That's really about all I have to say. There's a lot of good weapons and a lot of fun to be had in Mega Man 3. And while you might not like it as much as 2, possibly, because, well, Mega Man 2 does look very nice. And its music is incredible. Mega Man 3's music is also very good. 1's is kind of plain, but not terrible. But 2 and 3 are really good in the music department as well. I gotta say, those are probably your two best options for starting the Mega Man game. 2 or 3. Not 1, in my personal opinion. Mega Man 4. The beginning of when they decided to make the games a little formulaic. And here's your manual. Mega Man 4 decided to basically take a lot of the ideas of the previous 2 games and, well, try to standardize them a little bit. They also tried to come up with the idea of making Wily not the villain, quote-unquote. How's it look at that boss submission ad? There you go. Thanks for designing your bosses. Why do they continue to go with the weird designs on the frickin'... Oh, God, why are you friends with all of them, you freak? Don't be friends with them! But yeah, Mega Man 4, unfortunately, the game starts to go downhill because they all start to feel samey once you get past 3. Because, well, you've pretty much seen 8 Robot Masters, but at least they try to throw in a different villain in Dr. Cossack. Unfortunately, it goes out the window once you realize it's Wily. But, it's the first time they tried to trick you with a different villain. And, the reason for him going after you is legitimate. Because Wily kidnaps his freaking daughter Kalinka like an asshole. He has every right and reason to try to do everything to protect his daughter from Wily, who's a freaking dick. Still, you still got some pretty difficult level design. It's the time where the level design starts to get a little annoying, introducing a lot of things that basically lead you to an instant death. It's probably the game that people might remember for, well, killing you automatically because there's some stupid bullshit. Still, they gave you some optional weapons to find that, well, you didn't need to get through the game, but certainly made things easier and allowed you to get to extra areas for more things like energy tanks and extra lives. And while the weapons in this one were also pretty good, but like I said, this game definitely admired the difficulty of the series and took it up to a whole nother level. They gave you 2 fortresses to have to go through all in a row. One of the hardest Wily machines to kill because of its awful hitbox. And well, it had a lot of interesting items. Like, it was the last game to have interesting items like the wire adapter, the balloon. None of the others did anything like that afterwards. You pretty much just had beat or rush to handle everything. This game at least kept the unique item concept in mind. And you had to go out and find them, so you didn't need them, but they were nice to have on hand. But, well, they might not have helped the game's difficulty because, well, the game went out full force to try to kill you in this one. I gotta say, I still have a hell of a time with it. It's probably still my upper half in regards to the Mega Man games, because, well, some people like a good challenge. 1 is frustrating because it feels like, well, going back to 1, it's rough around the edges. It's definitely easier to handle in 4. Because, well, while it's still very difficult to get through, you feel like a lot of the mistakes could be on your own merit, instead of the game's merit. Because you could fall through platforms and shit in Mega Man 1, or some crap like that. Or you forget to jump, whoops, you fall down max speed. I guess the first game would get some bit of a pass, but still. Playing refined ones like Mega Man 4 and the others, you definitely feel a little more for the ones that do it right. And Mega Man 4 is one of those that does it right. It's another one of the Mega Man series I'm definitely a big fan of. And well, it's one I definitely like to go back to. Of the ones in this collection I go back to, it's probably just 2 through 4. 1 is the shortest, but well, it has some frustrating moments that make me not always want to play it again. 2, I'm good with until you get to the end. 3 and 4, however, I have an easy time wanting to play all the way through. Although I don't think I like 4 more than 2. That's tough. That's tough. Despite my frustration at the end of Mega Man 4 and Mega Man 2, it's really the only biggest complaint I have about it. Everything else about 2 is fine. Still, 4's got some difficulty for you, and Toad Man. Yeah, it's watch out for Screen Nuke, because that will end up hurting you if you get the chance to use it. It's undodgeable. Still, they standardized the series, but hey, they still made one hell of a hard game despite that fact. Oh god, what awaits him in the battle against Dr. Cossack? Oh yeah, they have the descriptions for these guys too are kind of in the background. Yeah, Kalinka just got kidnapped, but she still supports Mega Man by investigating Dr. Wily's castle. Where were you when I was going through the castle? Where were you? I don't believe you for a second that you were there. Yeah, 4 is still a fun one, just be prepared for the plot twist. If you can really call it a plot twist. And then we have Mega Man 5. Yay, Mega Man 5. I probably hate this one than more people do. Than most people do. That being said, I'm not backing off of my opinion of not being a big fan of 5. As you guys saw when I went through it, it was the only Mega Man game that I played for the channel that I did not use to continue once. Because, well, everything in this game got a little too simple. Like, level design, the levels just felt like they moved slowly and they were easy to tell what to do. Like, there wasn't any real challenge in going through it. It was just there. See, look, they need to standardize the design of the Mega Man box arts a little better. Oh, Apache Joe, that's who you were. That makes sense. Baby Metal, oh, that's who you were. Big pets. But yeah, I didn't really find a lot to really enjoy about this game. Charge Kick is my least favorite weapon in Mega Man history. At least Top Spin is useful. Charge Kick is not. It's from a freaking train, an ugly-ass train. Oh, yeah. I still hate that. I mean, see, like I said, it's one of the fun things about going through a Mega Man game is the fact that, well, you start off with basically just a pea shooter. In the later games, you get a charge shot that can be used to make some things easier. This game was one of those. And, well, when you make the charge shot so good that the other weapons you get that are meant to be used to defeat other bosses' enemies more easily, when you make them look worthless, you're doing the game wrong. It just doesn't make sense to make you want to use only your base weapon. And since the other Mega Man games built on the idea of you collecting those other weapons and using it to more easily take care of the rest of the Robot Masters, it's just stupid. It's stupid. I don't... I mean, it's not a bad game. It's just not exciting compared to the rest of it. You got a couple good bosses, but, you know, other than that, the plot idea with Proto Man, I guess, could be a little exciting the first time around. You really don't expect it, but really, if you at least played Mega Man 3 beforehand, you should be able to figure out that Proto Man's not evil. It's kind of dumb to really think that, if you ask me. Like I said, the game isn't bad. If you like it, good for you. But I just can't. I don't really have... Oh, wow. Beat kills that. Good to know. I just don't see a lot to like about this game in particular. It just feels like it's another Mega Man 4. And, well, just not as fun. Like I said, the boss strategies are kind of weak in this game. I mean, they're not particularly great in 6 either, but in this game, they're, like, really dull. One jumps around and friggin' gets one water thing up and then shoots you the hook and jumps to where you are and repeats that. I mean, I guess it's still better than Toad Man. Regardless, there's just not a lot of, like, excitement in this one to me. The levels feel boring. The music's not very memorable. Like, but maybe the Fortress track is memorable, but other than that, there's not really much. Huh. Can you actually kill the super arrow? Huh. I'll have to try that sometime. But yeah, just... if you're going through the entire Mega Man series to get to this one, this is definitely where you're starting to get to feel worn. The plot isn't enough to really redeem this one. Besides, after the original Twisted 4, you're really not going to get a lot to really be impressed by. And that's really just my personal opinion of it. It just doesn't really bring a lot of excitement. That's really all I have to say about it. Some of the bosses have some unique ideas, while most are boring. One flips gravity, and that's basically it. I already mentioned you. You throw stones or jump around and crumble. You at least do something useful, hiding in the sky, dropping fidget spinners on me. Yeah, there's a gravity switch weakness icon, by the way. You jump around in space and throw slow-moving star shields. You run at me and throw flaming boulders. You drop napalm bombs that I wish mine would explode immediately upon contact, but yours do. You're also a good one. And there's only a couple good weapons that you feel like you'd want to use other than Beat or your main buster. So yeah, while trying to follow a lot of Mega Man 4's ideas, unfortunately, I feel like a good bit of them fell flat. And that's why 5 doesn't really stick out for me. It just ends up feeling dead compared to the others. Well, no. I didn't say it feels more like a child compared to the others. Jeez, that feels like that's a big insult. I don't know. I feel like a dick for saying that. And then we have Mega Man 6. Which, well... yeah. Like I said, it's more of the same with 5. It just feels like a boring attempt at being like 4. But at least you have the adapters to make it, you know, unique. And the fact they have all the robots based off, like, designs from, like, different regions. I mean, by that I mean, like, all the robots that you get to fight are supposed to be based off of other countries. So, you know, at least you give some variety. And look, we finally had the box art right! Finally! And see, look, the UK got to submit too. Huh, maybe it was only UK. I thought America did too. UK didn't even see this game! What the... what do I know? Either way, I feel like this game definitely did a little better than 5. Then again, supposedly a lot of the elements from 5 were carried over into 6. That probably explains why they're able to take some of it and improve on it at least a little bit. Still not very exciting, but, you know, at least they had some unique ideas. Some of the weapons and, like I said, the robot master designs are actually pretty good in this one. I really like them. Being based off different countries and having more people being able to submit to the contest definitely help. And, well, the Rush adapters, they change up the gameplay so you're not doing the same old thing with Rush again. And, well, the game's just more overall fun compared to 5. At least there's, like, stuff you don't expect. And, well, yeah, the idea you go down multiple paths, it actually gives it some replay value, which most of the other games don't have. That's something 6 has above it. You may feel like you want to go through a level multiple times to see what's down another path or something. Pretty much no other Mega Man game does that, other than 2, I guess. But yeah, it feels very easy comparison for some of those reasons. The weapons actually aren't terrible. Blizzard Man's is a good screen spread. Screen nuke ability, whatever. Flame Man's is short range, but if you shoot in the right spot or get close to something, it works well. Nightman's is like a boomerang. Playman is probably the worst barrier so far, because you can't even throw it off you, as soon as it hits something, it's gone. Well, I guess it's a little better than Leaf Shield, but not by much. At least it stays on you. Tomahawks pretty much arc in the air, and they work on a lot of bosses in the fortress, so they're worth having. Windman, well, it crawls along the ground and it isn't useful for much, but hey, it can fire it quickly at least, it's pretty ammo efficient. Yamato Spear is also ammo efficient. It's just like another blaster shot. It can work out pretty well. I only remember those very easily on the top of my head because I played through it recently, of course. Still, Mega Man 6, and the fact the story, despite the stupid Mega Man X Mega Man X, despite the stupid Mr. X bullcrap we had to sit through, well, it's nice that Mega Man finally got a win on Wily, not just beating him, but actually being able to capture and detain him. They actually gave a good, satisfying end to the games on like 4 and 5. It's like, oh, 4, he got away. Oh no, 3, he got thrown into rubble, and you had to escape thanks to Proto Man before you got caught under the crumbling building. 4, he just managed to escape in a pod. And 5, he ran off because the building was going to collapse on you. At least this game, you actually managed to capture him instead of just either letting him go or him getting away through some coincidental circumstances. And, well, it gives it enough to remember it more than 5, in my opinion. There is a lot to like about it. I do like it more than 1, if only by a little bit. Like I said, it still feels like a boring version of Mega Man 4, but at least it has enough unique ideas to give it an identity, where 5 just feels like it's there. 6, at least, feels like it's worth something to me. Like, all the other ones but 5 actually feel like they're worth going through because they actually mean something. 5 just kinda happens, and then that's that. Because Mega Man gets away, we know Proto Man's not really the villain anyway, so what was the point of any of it? Other than the reconfirm the notion that Proto Man is not a bad guy. Which, by the way, if any of you guys have seen the original Mega Man cartoon, like the one from the 90s, I mean. Yeah, that makes it seem like Proto Man and Wily are working together. I don't understand why they did that. I mean, I haven't watched the show, I've just seen some clips, but for some reason Proto Man's always paired up with Wily. I don't know why. Although they didn't even have a sketch for the Wily Capsule. They just had the sprite taken out. But yeah, a lot of fun little design choices and a little more of a wide appeal help this one stand out. Maybe not to the level of 2 through 4, but hey, it's still a more fun time than the first game, and well, it leaves some more originality and creativity than the 5th game does. Then it's overpowered charge shot brethren. And well, that's about all I have to say on the matter. A good introduction that has rough around the edges nowadays. A great game that could, well, have some difficulties. You aren't prepared for it, but if you can get around them, you're in for a classic. One that I feel improved on it and is possibly the quintessential Mega Man game. That takes a lot of some of the previous games, kind of literally, and gives you one hell of a battle. And one that's actually still manageable. A game that takes its difficulty up to a whole level and tries to trick you on the premise that Wily may not be the villain this time around, that he may be gone. One that kind of tries. It basically takes a formula from floor, throws in some worse weapons, gives you an overpowered charge shot, adds speed, and, well, it's kind of just there. This one, at least, gives you different uses of Rush that gives you some different ways to go through levels, going after robot masters that are inspired by different parts of the world, which is pretty cool. Either way, you got 6 fun games. Some you may think are not fun. Some you may think are masterpieces. But, well, it's all Mega Man. They play very similarly. You jump and shoot your way to stopping Wily once and for all. Many times over. And, well, I may have gone to the series recently, but I'm a big fan now. And, well, I'm hoping the series sticks around. Then again, Capcom's likely to stick around for a while the way they've been making their games lately. They've been doing great. But, well, I'll end the series here. And, well, maybe we'll come back to the challenges some other day. But not soon. I'm not trying for that. Oh, by the way, there's a Scan Amiibo thing, which I think might unlock some of the challenges for you early, or give you, like, a different... I don't know. I don't have a Mega Man Amiibo with me, so I can't check that. But either way, that's the official end of the Mega Man Legacy Collection Let's Play. Thank you all for watching, and, well, if you're expecting Mega Man in the soon future, I would not get my hopes up. Because, well, I don't really want to go on the second Legacy Collection yet. Because, yeah, I think this has been a lot of Mega Man. If there's any Mega Man I'm going to be doing eventually, like maybe within the year, would probably be Mega Man X. And I have other projects I want to do before that. Which, speaking of which, if you guys have been liking me, at least, there's some other content that I'm going to be bringing on my channel. The other days of the week for me have all been going over games I've done in the past. Although those have all been different versions of games. One's a handheld port of a game I've done in the past. One's a different mode from a game that's very similar to a game I did in the past. And one's a combination of 2 games I've done in the past. That leaves one other cycle, this one, for Sundays. And, well, this is part of the reason why I wanted to do the replay marathon to begin with. For those of you who don't know, I did camera Let's Plays back in the days, and I record my Let's Plays via a camera, and regret it greatly. So I've been trying to fix that up by, once every year or 2, going back to a series that I did far in the past on those cameras and redoing it. I've done it with 3 of the 5 I recorded that way, with leaving 2 left. The shorter of the 2 remaining is the one I'm planning next, and one that's somehow still popular on my channel despite being recorded on camera. I don't know. But either way, it's a game I definitely want to play again because I always have fun going back to it. Like the first of the LPs I did, I had a lot of fun with most of those games, a lot, so it makes sense why I did them early on and why I'm able to play them again. Because I still love going through them time and time again. But yep, we got another fun game for that. Afterwards, I don't know. I still gotta figure it out. I think the only schedule I haven't figured out yet is Sundays, although I do want to get to another Sonic game, so maybe I'll do that. I have to figure that out. Anyway, thank you all for watching. If you want to watch my other stuff, look around the channel. You also got my friends on the Lazy Dreamers and the stuff we record, although I think we've been slowing down our pace, so it's not as much we used to record, but hey, there's still a lot of good stuff there. And, well, I've always got games coming up, so, you know, be sure to stay tuned and all that. Who knows what kind of antics I'm going to get into. What other recording mistakes I can make, or big gaming failures like me dying a lot I could do. I don't know. Still, I do it on the fly and have fun doing it. So, I'll see you guys next time, and if I don't, well, have a good day, take care. Like I said, I might come back to the Mega Man series in Mega Man X Legacy Collection, but I'm going to wait a while before I do that. I have other franchises I want to tackle at the moment. But, well, have a great day, everybody.